I have the most powerful marketing tool imaginable, and no, it's not social media. Stay tuned to see what it is and how you can use it right now. I'm Vanessa Joy. I've been a photographer for the past 25 years, and I have to admit, I'm a photographer. I love photography, but I love marketing more and running a business more. I know that's just weird. Maybe I'm in the wrong field, but because of that, I have done a ton of different marketing strategies, methods over the last 25 years to make sure that I am book solid as a full-time photographer. The most powerful method you're going to be surprised at. In fact, it hasn't changed the entire 25 years that I've been a professional photographer. It's printed products. Now, this is wide. This is huge. And I want to just break this down for you so you can take these ideas on printed products and go implement them immediately. You could even pause this video after each one, implement it, and then move on to the next thing. I want to talk to you about the myriad. There's a lot of them. I don't even know how many. We're just going to get through this. There's a lot of ideas I have for printed products that can help you immensely in your photography business. So we're going to go through them in no particular order at all. Just the first one I'm thinking of, studio magazines. Studio magazines is one of my favorite printed products. One, because it's kind of self-serving. I end up making this magazine that looks awesome. Maybe I'll get it for you. Hold on. This is an example of my studio magazine. I did this right in Fundy with one of their templates. It's got a cute cover. And of course, you're going to find a provider to print it through. What do you include inside? Well, pretty photos, of course. And then I also have a bunch of testimonials sprinkled throughout, not just from clients, but also from other vendors I've worked with. I talk about some of the wall art and albums that I offer and what it's like working with me as a photographer. I'm not sure how many pages it has in here, but of course you can design it to your heart's content. Where do we use a printed product like this? Well, in studio, if you have people coming in, they're great for bridal shows, wedding shows. I send them out to wedding vendors or places like wedding dress salons where there's a magazine on the table they can look through. Really anywhere where your client's eyes might be is a great place for a printed product like this. Another great marketing printed product are flat printed cards like this one. Now, this has nothing to do with my photography, but this is a typical shape that I would make. What can you make? Well, you could do complimentary thank you cards like I do with all of my wedding clients, because to me, that's direct mail marketing and my client is paying for the stamp. You could also make what I call vendor brochure cards. So I go into Fundy, into the card designer, and I would make a card for, let's say, a wedding florist. I would take photos of that florist's work from a wedding that we worked together, put photos on the front and back of that card. My logo goes on one side and then the florist logo goes on the other. Print 25, 50, 100 of them, drop ship them as a gift, and now that's marketing for you in another vendor's studio. After all, what vendor wouldn't share basically brochures that you've made for them with all of the potential clients that came through their door? Let's talk about some larger marketing products like albums or wall art. If you're in the wedding space, or maybe you're into newborn photography, printing albums of your work or large canvases or acrylics for maybe doctor's offices to hang in their wall, or wedding venues to hang on their wall or have those albums on hand is a great way to have printed products that market for you time and time again. Of course, you'll want to build relationships with any of the colleagues that you're hoping to display your work in their space with their clients. Do that first, and then help them design something that fits their space. So you don't want to just send them your favorite photo as a 24 by 36 canvas for them to put on their wall because, well, they might not have that space, or they might not want to dedicate that much space, or that photo might not match the aesthetic of where they want to hang it. Instead, treat it like a design session. Have them take a photo of where they want that wall to be decorated so you can import it into Fundy Designer and digitally decorate the wall for them. It's a great relationship building experience for you and that colleague, but it also shows them a little glimpse into your client experience so that when they refer you and recommend you, they're doing it with confidence, knowing some of the really cool things that you offer to your clients. Albums are a bit more expensive, but if you are going to do an album that you're gifting, I highly recommend going smaller rather than larger. In your head, you're thinking, well, don't I want to be the biggest, best album on that display at a wedding venue? Yeah, maybe, but where do the big albums go? All the way to the bottom, which are less likely to be picked up and looked at by potential clients and leads going through venue tours. So an 8x8 album size is perfect, usually goes right on top of all of the other competition. I know, community over competition, but it also saves you money having an 8x8 size versus a 12x12. When you're creating marketing printed products for any venue, always have their needs in mind. So for a venue, I'm going to show off the different areas where photos can be taken. I'm going to try to show different seasons. A lot of them love to have photos of different seasons. You could do it within one album or create multiple albums from jobs that you have worked there in the fall, in the spring, summer, and winter. A lot of people coming through will want to see what the venue looks like on their event date. Those are some of the printed marketing ideas that I have for you, and I'm creating all of them in Fundy Designer. If you've never tried Fundy Designer, make sure you download a free trial. You'll see just how easy it is to create cards like this, design wall art digitally on your clients' or colleagues' walls, create magazines like this one, and of course, album designs, all using the auto design feature that gets you off on the right foot. I'm Vanessa Joy. I'll see you next time.